you to the world of track and field. We're at the Armory Indoor Track and Field here in Washington Heights, New York City. This is an invitational. We have high school, college, and professional athletes all here competing. We're here at the Armory. I'm an Ohio State fan, a graduate. First of all, tell me your name. I'm from the Buckeyes.
Terry Johnson.
I'm Brent Carroll.
Dwayne Asimoto, a.k.a. Pocket.
And tell us about that event you just ran.
We just ran the 4x4. It was a pretty intense race, you know. We're just trying to get back in the swing of things to get ready for Big Ten championship and for outdoors. And we're still getting back in the groove of things.
Yeah, it's a good experience getting as many races as you can, being a freshman and everything. It's just great to be a Ohio State Buckeye.
It's good. It's my first meet as a Buckeye, so I'm just getting used to being in D1 and all this new stuff. So I'm just happy to do the race with my guys right here.
Well, congratulations, Buckeye, and I'm going to give you a test. When I say OH, what do you say?
I-O.
OH?
I-O.
Thank you. With this, Chad Zallo from 60-meter hurdles. Excellent job, #1 winner. Tell me about that performance.
You know, coming in here, I was really excited. This atmosphere is crazy, so I always knew I was going to run a good time. This is actually my 4th time being here from high school up to now, and so I was excited about running, and I knew I was going to run a good time today.
And you know, Chad is from Youngstown, Ohio. I'm from Warren, Ohio. They're 2 cities right next to each other. Now, did you hit any of the hurdles?
I actually didn't. I don't think I did. Usually when I run through the race, it's a blur to me, but it felt like a clean race, and I'd imagine I wouldn't have hit any with the time I ran.
And now, how do you train for this? And strength. I mean, that's wow.
A lot of it's strength. A lot of it's in the weight room. A lot of people don't realize weight room is a big part of this. You know, the 60-meter hurdles, it's all power and explosion, so I do a lot of plyos, a lot of weightlifting, and a lot of form work over the hurdles.
And now, what's next?
Next from here, I'm going to Geneva, Ohio, back to Ohio. Big track meet, a lot of Big Ten schools there, a lot of D1 schools in the Midwest. So I'm going to do that and just get ready for my conference and nationals coming up.
Okay, well, congratulations. Great run.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for the interview.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Pretty even through the first mile, and Morgan had a gap, and no one wanted to go cover that gap, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to come here and run, 7:55, running a last hard quarter. I wanted to, push myself, and so, I tried to make up the gap, and I closed it up, but he just kept pressing, and so after that, I just kind of was racing for a second at that point, but it went okay. It was all right, I guess is the best way. Well, not this year. On the calendar right now, yes, but hopefully outdoor I'll be able to race a 3K or something. Yeah.
And tell us now, you got the Wanamaker Mile coming up. How do you think this will help you prepare for that?
Yeah, this shows I'm strong and shows my fitness is better. Last year I ran 3:57.8 after running a 7:59 3K last year, so I don't know what I ran, 7:51, 2? Okay, 7:51, so roughly 8 seconds better than last year, and so, it shows that my strength's there and I'm ready to step down distance.
Any surprises out there? Anything maybe you didn't expect? Did you get off of?
No, it was great. It was pretty even pace for the mile. There was that gap, and I didn't want to be the guy to go after that gap, but no one was doing it, so I just kind of went for it, and I think it might have cost me a little bit towards the end, but I still felt like I finished pretty strong, so it was all right.
And this is real special because I am a graduate of Ohio State, and we have 3 ladies from the Ohio State track team. Give me your name and where you're from.
Chantel Ray, Hampton, Virginia.
And what did you run?
I ran hurdles.
Hurdles?
Yes.
Hurdles. And?
Christine London, Ellicott City, Maryland. I ran the hurdles too.
I'm Carrington Winters. I'm from Columbus, and I ran the 400 and the 4x4.
And ladies, first of all, tell us how each event went. How did your event go?
It went pretty good because I was off because I had a little injury. But I love the Armory because I ran here in high school, so I just love the atmosphere.
What type of injury are you coming off of?
A hamstring.
A hamstring?
Yes.
Okay, and tell me about your performance today.
I think I did pretty good. So it's just all about progress, so I'm just ready to move forward.
And what are you taking up in college?
My major?
Yes.
I major in sport industry.
Okay. Let's move here. Tell me how your event went today and your performance.
Well, as I said, I did the hurdles as well, and I think it went pretty well because last year I didn't do too well here, so this year I'm just happy that I made the finals and PR'd, and I just got to keep working, so I'm just happy with how far I made it.
And your major?
I'm in communications, but I'm specifically doing PR.
And lastly, tell me about your performance today.
I ran the 400 yesterday and it went really well. I think I could have done better, but you know, it was a great run. So.
How'd you come up a little short? What could have you done?
I was really going for the win, but I got second, and I wanted to run like in the 53 range, but I went 54 low. So, you know, I could have done better, but it was still good. You know, I can't hang my head too low.
And your major?
Strategic communication.
And tell me about your training, everyone. Your coach.
It's very intense. Training's very intense. Yes, always 24/7, leading up to the meet, everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of time and commitment, and your work ethic has to be really well, because like they were saying, it's really intense.
With us here at the Armory in Washington Heights, New York City, we have Deshaun Marshall, a Buckeye, 08.
I.O.
Oh, he passed that, I.O.
O.H.
This was a 16-meter dash. Now tell us a little bit about your performance. You started out maybe a little slower out of that gate, and some people were disqualified. Do you want to give a rerun for our audience about what happened out there?
Yes, ma'am. I had a great athlete to the left from South Carolina, and I had a great athlete to my right from Wisconsin. Those are both really good athletes and both really good starters, and me not being the best starter. So I was planning to, kind of use them guys to help, accelerate my start. But, once those guys got DQ'd, I had to basically stay composed and, stay modest, with the gun and, make sure I wasn't the next one to jump. So, but I said it ended up, being pretty good. Like I said, I transitioned pretty good from about 20 meters to the end of the race. So, I mean, I'm very thankful.
Well, pretty good. I think you were like way out in front there, actually, when at that very end.
Oh yeah, I mean, my teammate got second too. So it's kind of like with that happening, it's kind of like a very intense practice session. So I'm very happy James Clark got second too. Like I said, I mean, I seen him out the corner of my eye, and then I got comfortable again. So that's what allowed me to take that next step ahead of the competition.
Explain to us about being disqualified for a start.
It's pretty tough, especially you come into a big event like this, the 60-meter dash, you really got to be antsy and very quick and jittery. But like I said, false starting, it can kind of mess up your mental, and especially if you're in the rest of the field, it happens one time, you're like, okay, I got to relax. It happens twice, then you're the one that's like, okay, let me sit back in the blocks to make sure I'm not the next one. So a false start, it can kind of, hinder you mentally. But like I said, if you stay strong, up top, you're really going to be okay.
And so they just disqualify you?
Yes, ma'am. Especially they made a rule, I would say a couple years ago, that you false start one time, you're pretty much out the race. So like I said, I know before then you had a warning and then a disqualification. But yeah, nowadays they made it, one jump, you're out the race.
Now who's your coach?
My head coach is Karen Dennis, and my head sprint coach is Joel Brown. So yeah, those are the two coaches I pretty much work with mainly every day.
And what type? Tell us a little bit about your workouts.
It's very intense. Like I said, we have a really good sprint core. Like I said, me, James Clark, Dwayne Osamoto, and my fellow training partner Nicholas Gray, who you'll see with me in the 200 later. Like I said, it's pretty intense. Monday through Thursday. Until meet day. But like I said, we got to kind of speed endurance days. Speed days, Wednesdays we kind of do like plyometrics and med balls and stuff to kind of get our body like actively recovered. So it's pretty intense, and I love the environment though.
And are you living on campus in a dormitory, or are
no,
you
ma'am.
in an apartment?
I'm a senior, so I live about 7 minutes away from campus.
Oh, okay. I lived in Steve dorm when I was there.
Okay,
Steve.
yes, ma'am. That's on 11th, right outside the basketball courts.
Oh my gosh! And now I'm forgetting. That was a Delta Gamma also. Are you in any of the sororities or
no,
fraternities?
ma'am. I try to stay out of that. There's nothing wrong with it, but just like with being in school, it's kind of like a full-time job being a student athlete. So I really, try to manage and worship the time that I can get. So.
What are you taking up as far as your major?
I'm a sport industry major. My minor is communication. So my graduation is May 7th. So I'll be kind of, walking the stage and getting my degree from The Ohio State University. Coming here shortly. So, yeah, I'm very thankful.
And then okay, so those are your future plans, and then track. What's next?
I don't know. Me and my coach talk about it. You always want to talk about the next level, but at that point, you just kind of want to go wherever life takes you. You know, you don't want to press it too much. So you just kind of, I'm one of the guys. I just go with the flow. So.
I'm Kristal Hart reporting from the Armory here in Washington Heights, New York City. This is indoor track and field. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll see you at the track.